And Elohim spake all these words, saying, I am Yah thy Elohim, which have brought you out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Thou shalt have no other gods before me. We are not to believe the words, honor, obey, no other gods but Yah. We see Adam and Eve were tricked by the serpent first into breaking this commandment. Now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field which Yah Elohim had made. And he said unto the woman, Yea, hath Elohim said, You shall not eat of every tree of the garden? Notice verse 1 says Yah created the serpent, which is Satan. We are not to listen to any spirit, angel, or person that speaks against the commandments and the words of Yah. Yah created them. We are to honor the Creator. And a woman said unto the serpent, We may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim hath said, You shall not eat of it, neither shall you touch it, lest you die. And the serpent said unto the woman, You shall not surely die. So here we see the devil has spoke contrary to what Yah said. He lied. He told the woman she wouldn't die. But what did Yah say? And Yah commanded the man, saying, Of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it, for in the days that you eat thereof thou shalt surely die. At this point, what do? Believe what Satan says and die, or follow what Yah commanded, which is true, and live? For Elohim do know that in the day you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. Satan is convincing the woman that actually eating from the tree of knowledge of good and evil is a good thing. So she did eat. At this point, she believed and trusted the words of Satan, causing her to obey his words. She put Satan over Yah at this point, making him her God. Adam put the woman as his God, obeying the words of Satan through his woman, which is his wife. When we believe the words of those who speak against Yah and his commandments, we break this first commandment because we make them our God. Yah's word is everything. Noah was saved for obeying the words of Yah. In Genesis 6, we see this. But Noah found grace in the eyes of Yah. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with Elohim. And Noah begat 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The earth also was corrupt before Elohim, and the earth was filled with violence. And Elohim looked upon the earth, and behold, it was corrupt, for all flesh had corrupted his way upon the earth. And Elohim said unto Noah, The end of all flesh is come before me, for the earth is filled with violence through them. And behold, I will destroy them with the earth. But with thee will I establish my covenant, and thou shalt come into the ark, thou and thy sons and thy wife and thy sons' wives with thee. Thus did Noah according to all that Elohim commanded him, so did he. The others were destroyed because they didn't believe what Yah commanded them and wanted them to do, so they died in the flood. We see this happen again in the book of Numbers when Moses sent out 12 spies to spy out the land of Canaan. In Numbers chapter 13, start at verse 1, it says, And Yah spake unto Moses, saying, Send thou men, that they may search the land of Canaan, which I give unto the children of Israel. Of every tribe of their fathers shall ye send a man, every one a ruler among them. And Moses, by the commandment of Yah, sent them from the wilderness of Paran. All those men were the heads of the children of Israel. And these were the names of the tribe of Reuben, Shammua, and the son of Zachor; of the tribe of Simeon, Shaphat, the son of Hori; of the tribe of Judah, Caleb, the son of Jephunneh; of the tribe of Issachar, Igal, the son of Joseph; of the tribe of Ephraim, Oshea, the son of Nun; of the tribe of Benjamin, Palti, the son of Raphu; of the tribe of Zebulun, Gadiel, the son of Sodi; of the tribe of Joseph, namely, of the tribe of Manasseh, Gadi, the son of Susi; of the tribe of Dan, Amiel, the son of Gamali; of the tribe of Asher, Sethur, the son of Michael; of the tribe of Naphtali, Nabi, the son of Vashti, of the tribe of Gad, Yeel, the son of Maki. These are the names of the men which Moses sent to spy out the land. And Moses called Oshea, the son of Nun, Joshua. And Moses sent them to spy out the land of Canaan, and said unto them, Get you up this way southward, and go up into the mountain, and see the land, what it is, and the people that dwelleth therein, whether they be strong or weak, few or many, and what the land is that they dwell in, whether it be good or bad, and what cities they be that dwell in, whether in tents or in strongholds, and what the land is, whether it be fat or lean, whether there be wood therein or not. And be ye of good courage, and bring of the fruit of the land. Now the time was the time of first ripe grapes. So they went up and searched the land of the wilderness of Zin unto Rahab, as the men come to Hamath. And they went and came to Moses and to Aaron and to all the congregation of the children of Israel, unto the wilderness of Paran to Kadesh, and brought back word unto them, and unto all the congregation, and showed them the fruit of the land. And they told them and said, We came unto the land whither thou sentest us, and surely it flow with milk and honey, and this is the fruit of it. Here is where they spoke against the word of Yah. Nevertheless, the people be strong that dwell in the land, and the cities are walled and very great. And moreover, we saw the children of Anak there. The Amalekites dwell in the land of the south, and the Hittites and the Jebusites and the Amorites dwell in the mountains, and the Canaanites dwell by the sea and by the coast of Jordan. How did they speak against Yah in this situation? Because Yah promised them that they would destroy their enemies and take the land, as we read in Numbers chapter 1. And Yah spake unto Moses in the wilderness of Sinai, in the tabernacle of the congregation, on the first day of the second month, in the second year after they come out of the land of Egypt, saying, Take ye the sum of all the congregation of the children of Israel, after their families, by the house of their fathers, with the number of their names, every male by their polls, from 20 years old and upward, all that are able to go forth to war in Israel. Thou and Aaron shall number them by their armies. And with you there shall be a man of every tribe, every one head of the house of his fathers. Numbers chapter 10 verse 9 says, And if you go to war in your land against the enemy that oppresseth you, then shall you blow an alarm with the trumpets, and you shall be remembered before Yah your Elohim, and you shall be saved from your enemies. Here we see Caleb and Joshua believed in the word of Yah and was ready to obey. And Caleb stilled the people for Moses and said, Let us go up at once and possess it, for we are able to overcome it. But the men didn't stop there. But the men that went up with him said, We are not able to go up against the people, for they are stronger than we. And they brought up an evil report of the land which they had searched unto the children of Israel, saying, The land, though which we have gone to search it, is a land that eateth up the inhabitants thereof. And all the people that we saw in it are men of a great stature. And there we saw the giants, the sons of Anak, which come of the giants. And we were in our own sight as grasshoppers, and so we were in their sight. Because of hearing these words that went against Yah by men who were fearful that was not of the spirit of Yah, it instantly caused the people to doubt and even suggest going back to slavery in Egypt, because they believed in the words of these men over Yah's word. And all the congregation lifted up their voice and cried, and the people wept that night. And all the children of Israel murmured against Moses and against Aaron. And the whole congregation said unto them, Would Elohim that we had died in the land of Egypt, or would Elohim we had died in this wilderness? And wherefore hath Elohim brought us into this land, to fall by the sword, that our wives and our children should be a prey? Were it not better for us to return into Egypt? And they said one to another, Let us make a captain, and let us return into Egypt. Joshua and Caleb spoke again. And Joshua the son of Nun, and Caleb the son of Jephunneh, which were of them that searched the land, rent their clothes. And they spake unto all the company of the children of Israel, saying, The land which we passed through to search it, it is an exceeding good land. If Yah delight in us, then he will bring us into this land, and give it to us, a land which floweth milk and honey. Only rebel not ye against Yah, neither fear ye the people of the land, for they are bread for us. Their defense is departed from them, and Yah is with us. fear them not. Right here, we see the people could listen to Joshua and Caleb, who were speaking through belief and inspiration of Yah, or the fearful men, who were speaking through an unbelief heart and mind, sin. At this point, the people's mind were made up as they went as far as seeking to kill Joshua and Caleb in verse 10. But all the congregation bade, stoned them with stones, and the glory of Yah appeared in the tabernacle of the congregation before all the children of Israel. Because of this, Yah punished them, but blessed Joshua and Caleb. Because all those men which have seen my glory and my miracles, which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times, and have not hearkened to my voice, surely they shall not see the land which I swore unto their fathers, neither shall any of them that provoked me see it. But my servant Caleb, because he had another spirit with him, and have followed me fully, him will I bring into the land whereunto he went, and his seed shall possess it. Say unto them, as truly as I live, say Yah, as you have spoken in my ears, so will I do to you. Your carcasses shall fall in this wilderness, and all that were numbered of you, according to your whole number, from 20 years old and upward, which have murmured against me. Doubtless you shall not come into the land, concerning which I swear to make you dwell therein, save Caleb the son of Jephunneh, and Joshua the son of Nun. But your little ones, which you said should be a prey, them will I bring in, and they shall know the land which you have despised. But as for you, your carcasses, they shall fall in this wilderness, and your children shall wander in the wilderness 40 years, and bear your whoredoms until your carcasses be wasted in the wilderness. After the number of the days in which you search the land, even 40 days, each day for a year, shall you bear your iniquities, even 40 years, and you shall know my breach of promise. I, Yah, have said, I will surely do it unto this evil congregation that are gathered together against me. In this wilderness they shall be consumed, and there they shall die. And the men which Moses sent to search the land, who returned and made all the congregation to murmur against him, by bringing up a slander upon the land, even those men that did bring up the evil report upon the land, died by the plague before Yah. If anyone speaks against Yah or his word, we must disregard and shun it, even if we behold miracles with our eyes, as we read in Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 1. If there arise among you a prophet or a dreamer of dreams, and give you a sign or a wonder, and the sign or the wonder come to pass, whereof he spake unto you, saying, let us go after other gods, which thou hast not known, and let us serve them. Thou shalt not hearken unto the words of that prophet, or that dreamer of dreams, for Yah your Elohim proveth you, to know whether you love Yah your Elohim with all your heart and with all your soul. You shall walk after Yah your Elohim and fear him, and keep his commandments and obey his voice, and you shall serve him and cleave unto him. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from Yah your Elohim, which brought you out of the land of Egypt, and redeemed you out of the house of bondage, to thrust you throughout the way which Yah commanded you to walk in. So shalt thou put away the evil from the midst of you. Satan will use this same tactic in the end times to deceive people with miracles by what they see and not what Yah's word says 100%. We see this in Revelation chapter 13, verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. He spake as a dragon, meaning he spoke lies. And he doeth great wonders, so that he make fire come down from heaven on the earth in sight of men, and deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast, which had the wound by a sword and did live. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. For Elohim do know that in the day that you eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and you shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. Adam and Eve like the sound of being their own God, doing what they wanted. Satan made being obedient to Yah sound like a bad thing to them, like they were missing out on something. This resulted with death. When men and women follow their own mind and heart and desires, it leads them down a path further away from the image of Yah and more closer to a beastly and fleshly image. Following your selfish carnal desires is of the flesh, as we read in 1 John chapter 2, verses 15 through 17. Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eyes, and the pride of life, is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Elohim abideth forever. Since Adam and Eve ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, mankind has struggles with being their own gods. Satan knows this, so he tempts us with the sinful pleasures of the world that we may sin through our own lustful desires. Mankind wants to only live life seeking their own pleasures. This is a sin and leads to a life of emptiness. 2 Timothy chapter 3 explains this as well. Let's start at verse 1. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Elohim, having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof. From such turn away. Mankind shun the words of Yah because they think they know it all, but don't understand they are worshiping objects and possessions. Satan knows this, so he tempts us through our eyes. With his pretty-looking possessions, nightlife of luxury through the city, his clothing, media, and many other things. Many of us, at one point or another, desire to be accepted and loved by the world, for everyone to love us and worship us. You have grown men and women who pout because things didn't go as planned for their birthdays, or they didn't receive gifts that they requested. Many celebrities have given the body in service to Satan. Why? In return of receiving rich possessions and fortune, and also be worshipped as a god. Satan tempted Yeshua, the Messiah, with this, as we read in Matthew chapter 4. Let's start at verse 8. Again, the devil taketh him up into an exceeding high mountain, and show him all the kingdoms of the world, and the glory of them, and say unto him, all these things will I give you, if you will fall down and worship me. Then say Yeshua unto him, Get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, Thou shalt worship Yah thy Elohim, and him only shalt thou serve. Many have took him up on this offer at this present time today. People dream of becoming famous so the world can worship them. And when they finally become famous, they become so empty spiritually that they become depressed and drug addicts. Some even commit suicide. Being your own God doesn't sound fun, does it? Do what thou wilt, meaning do as you please is their law. Aleister Crowley's teaching about being your own God, as he puts in his demonic book, which is called the Book of the Law. This is what Satan teaches. Do whatever you want to do in life, good or bad. But Satan still will not tell the world the bad end, that death will follow. Just as he told Eve, you shall not surely die. Satan's children are prideful, and they exalt themselves over Yah, as we read in Revelation chapter 13, verses 4 through 6. Many will be deceived. The majority of the world will be deceived by Satan. And they worship the dragon, which gave power unto the beast. And they worship the beast, saying, Who is like unto the beast? Who is able to make war with him? And there was given unto him a mouth, speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months. And he opened his mouth in blasphemy against Elohim, to blaspheme his name and his tabernacle, and them that dwell in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. The world is becoming more strange by the minute. Technology is the new God that people give their lives to. Satan wants mankind to become one with machines. If you let us put this technology in you, you will live much longer, not get sick, You be stronger. You will become like a god. Choose Yah and Yeshua this day. Believe, follow, and obey no other words over Yah's word, even your own fleshly desires.